We had Senator Elizabeth Warren on, and she has.
And she loved it.
Yeah, but she's makes a lot of hay about firemen and public school teachers paying higher taxes than these horrible, wealthy billionaires and 100 millionaires. Who is that? So that what? How does that help her? Does it help her fundraise?
Listen, I think the best question to ask Senator Warren, if she's on there, anybody on the left, is whenever it's easy to sell some of their ideas. Make the rich pay their fair share. It's so easy to say, it's so easy to sort of think about, and it's so lovely, right? Everybody should pay their fair share. The question should be, what's the fair share? The last time I looked, and now it's been about a year since I've looked at it, the top 1% paid about 20% of all taxes. Half of the country didn't pay any income taxes at all. They don't pay for the national defense, for example. Half the country doesn't pay for that. The rich are already carrying this country. So I think it's a question to ask Elizabeth Warren, proponents of folks who like this budget, what is the fair share? What percentage of income tax should be paid by the rich? That's a conversation that should happen, but it's not going to happen because of this budget.
40% anyway. It's not 20%.
Is it 40?
It's 40. And then the top 10 is, what, 75 or something?
Yeah, but Mick, it does get at the idea of kind of combining what high taxes are for the wealthy who are paying large amounts, and then there are a class of a few billionaires who are getting away with much lower rates, in some cases 4%, 5%, even less than that. And that's probably what people come back to. Look, what they're talking about when she calls it a billionaire income tax, it's not. It's not a proper terminology because this is not an income tax. This is a wealth tax. But maybe there is something in kind of trying to get at that anger for feeling like people aren't paying their fair share. If you find out that somebody's paying 50% or more of their taxes and federal and state taxes and local taxes, then yeah, that seems like a very fair share. If you find out somebody who's a billionaire is paying less than 5% or in some cases less than 4 or 3%, then that kind of is where you get at that inequity argument.
Yeah, and if you want to drill down into the equity argument, equity is always a difficult word because it means different things to different people. I kind of like the word equality because I know what that means. What might be equitable to you, it might not be equitable to me. But if you want to drill down to the super wealthy who don't ever cash in their stock, so they don't have any income, they borrow money, they deduct the interest that they're using for the money to live off of it, and they die and they pass those assets on to their heirs on tax, and they get a step up in basis. Yeah, that's a system that probably could bear some scrutiny. Maybe the step up in basis is something I've always thought, does that really make any sense? There could be some fundamental things there that could form the basis of a compromise, but a wealth tax is just the politics of envy. And listen, we sit here and every single time we talk about how divided the nation is, this proposal doesn't really unite the nation. In fact, it probably makes it even worse.